I've been in Cape Cod now for I guess 2 or 3 days. Yesterday was really kind of traumatic because we had a 40-knot wind come through, and I thought I would be absolutely fine where I am, and I was fine until about 9 o'clock in the morning. I noticed that that Ariose was going sideways towards the nearest beach with the waves and wind, and as it turned out, my anchor rope actually snapped. So I'm still trying to figure out why that happened, but now my goal is to try to retrieve my anchor, 100 feet of chain, and 25 feet of rope from the bottom of Cape Cod Bay. And tomorrow's actually supposed to be a really beautiful day for that, so wind's going to die right down, the water's quite clear, and I think the anchor is only in about 20 feet of water maximum. So I'm hoping, because I haven't found any divers who are willing to, at least I haven't gotten any calls back on divers that people have recommended to me. So I'm really hoping that as luck would have it, I won't actually have to incur any more costs, because first of all, I couldn't afford to replace that anchor with the amount of funds I've got, and any other anchor is just like half as good by comparison, which means I spend my entire trip worrying about dragging. So I don't really like that scenario too much. So anyway, I'm just this is the first time I've actually got out and got onto the beach a bit. It's not the prettiest part of the beach, but it's actually finally a warm enough day. The wind's died down today. You can see the tide is out, and I'm just gonna go and get a few things in town. It's funny too how this place shuts completely down and there's no one around at all when it's a bit cold. And today it's like there's people everywhere. So it's interesting to see how different it is here culturally. Yeah. Okay, and just to prove to you that I don't just take pictures of seascapes, and that there are actually people in the world that I'm inhabiting, I'll just take a walk down and show you a bit of Provincetown with when all the people are out. Of course, there's lots of Christmas music around. There's police up ahead doing a toy drive, and lots of funky shops. Oh, there's Tim's used books. I have to show you that. Those aren't mine though. Little craft fairs as well. Kind of a funky town actually. And I didn't realize until I got here there's actually cannabis dispensaries everywhere. So I guess Massachusetts is one of those non-prohibition states. Shame, shame, shame.
Hey, that's where we got married. Yeah. That's where you got life changed forever.
So apparently tomorrow night at 5 o'clock there's a lighting of a lobster pot tree, which I thought is definitely kind of fitting. Well, we're heading back to Ariose. Isn't she lovely, sitting there like a seagull? That's the courtesy dock that the Coast Guard brought me. Actually, they didn't bring me there. They brought me down onto one of these docks to this nasty private marina who was very nasty to me. And anyway, so I got the heck out of there, because apparently they'll charge me like $250 for a night if I try to stay there, even though they're closed. Anyway, so go for a little walk down the boardwalk to our little home we've had for the last few days. the entrance to the Cape Cod Canal, going in from the north side. It takes you out through about 10 miles, nautical miles, through to Buzzard's Bay on the other side, and that's down. That takes you down to Martha's Vineyard. Entering the canal at 3:08 p.m., which means we should actually have the tide filling in with us. But you must not have gone out all the way yet, because we're only doing 4 knots. So it should switch soon, and then we'll probably get a knot or two of current in our favor. Lovely little harbor called Finney's Harbor. I'm leaving this morning. It's a gorgeous day. I'm going to sail all the way down to Hadley Harbor, and if I'm making really good time, I might go to a place called Cuddy Hunk, which is pretty cool. It's in a group of islands called the Elizabeth Islands that runs parallel to Martha's Vineyard.
Will you come sail with me? Wherever we go we'll be. We'll sail to an island shore and sail on forevermore. No, Tim, I'm sorry to say, think that I'll be on my way. I hope in time that you will see that it's healthier for you and me. The mermaid of Daisy is writing your story. Nothing you can do to take from her glory. The sea is your tempest, and she is contemptuous. I just couldn't rise above. Fiona took your love. After those hours at sea that had me on my knees. Ariose was safe at last as we waited for the storm to pass. We watched Fiona move on through from a hotel room in Moon. The devastation was quite a sight, and we saw it in each other's eyes. The mermaid of Daisy is writing your story. There's nothing you can say to take from her glory. The sea is your tempest, and she is contemptuous. I just couldn't rise above. Fiona took my love. Will you come sail with me? Wherever we go we'll be. We'll sail to an island shore and sail on forevermore. Well, if it has to be the ocean, Ariose and me, the beauty is not as bright without you by my side. The mermaid of Daisy is writing your story. There's nothing you can do to take from her glory. The sea is your tempest, and she is contemptuous. I just couldn't rise above. Fiona took my love. Sailing alone is fine, but surely there will come a time when someone else will want to be sailing on with me. When someone else will want to be sailing on with me.
Check out this cool car carrier. It's single car. So we're finally heading out of Hadley Harbor. It's been a really lovely time here. There's a lot of cute boats. Quiet. Look at the mansion up on the hill. I wish I had a zoom. Cute little boat that just went by. It's a one-car carrier. It takes people over to a place called Woods Hole, which is on the mainland. History here, I think. This piece of land over here is called Bull Island, and it adds a lot of protection to the bay. And some family actually donated it for use for enjoyment for tourists. And so if you've got a dog, the first thing they do is come and tell you to take your dog for a walk on the land here. I took a walk on it, and my interest is in terrestrial biology, so of course I'm looking at all the plants with quite excitement. And because it's very different from back home, and I discovered that it's mostly covered by pignut hickory, red oak, white oak. There's even you know, like the Christmas holly growing in there, and a whole bunch of other much more southern species. A lot of things you'd see in southern Ontario. Oh, there goes a there goes a blue heron. Yeah, so they even provide this lovely lovely dock access here. Just a beautiful spot. Yeah, I wish the trail was a bit longer. I guess you can do a circle by going along the beach, but if it's high tide, you're actually on a fairly short trail. Not enough to go for a jog on, which is something I desperately need to do soon.